Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Live at the Waterhole show on this Saturday morning. We are opening up on the Africam Donyo Cam up in Kenya with 3 bull elephant and some oryx, and myself, Steph Winterboer, is going to be hosting the show for the next couple of hours, the next 3 hours or so. And I can tell you right now, it is a blisteringly hot day. The wind has been pumping over most of these areas for the last 12 hours or so, and so I'm expecting things to be thirsty today. So I I hope that you've got some time set aside to keep the show on today, because I actually think it's going to be a cracker. What we have seen is that these elephants seem to have been around the pan for some time. They each have wet flanks, and so they've been trying to cool themselves down already this morning. Elephant being quite big and presenting such a massive profile, do get quite hot. In fact, the temperature on the top of their heads and their shoulders can reach 50 degrees, and of course they're warm-blooded, so they need to reduce that temperature to some manageable amount. And one of the ways that they do that is by flapping their ears and passing a draft down the sides of their body, and by wetting their flanks. And what that does is it creates a draft. It evaporates the water and it cools their skin down. What is this youngster doing? He's crouched down and gone down onto his knees. That is so bizarre. I do know that they feed on their knees. I think it just reduces strain on them, to be honest, I think, from what I know. But this one's gone into a proper squat. I don't know, maybe he's training for something. There you go. Isn't that better? Have a look at that sharp front hoof, and you're tracking, and you come across some signs in the wild. You need to know the difference between the different animal tracks, and the oryx have a very sharply pointed front hoof, and you can see that evidenced by that hoof in this brilliant camera shot. It's just so cool that we can zoom into these animals. Really. Trisha, you've just commented, and thank you very much for sending through your comment, that there's such amazing views from Old Donyo. I 100% agree with you, Trisha. I mean, what we're not seeing is there, sort of behind where the giraffe is standing now, is Mount Kilimanjaro on a clear day. Last Saturday, in fact, we could see the mountain so clearly. It's hidden now by cloud. But with Kilimanjaro in the background, it just turns what is an already very exciting pan into something that is just spectacular. What have we got here? Oh, lion. The lions just arrived. So this is Africam Tower Lodge, still in talking about lions around waterholes. Gosh. So this is Africam Tower Lodge, still in Madikwe, and we've got a lioness that's just walked out of the bushes now into the view. She's on the back of a plane, and these wildebeest are not running away, because it's easier to look at a lion and know where it is, knowing you can get away, and not knowing where this lion went. And there she goes and lies down. So that is exactly what I was talking about. The vast herds of animals around these waterholes have called in the predators, or caught the notice of the predators, and now it's just a waiting game. What an epic surprise this morning. So we just had some interesting feedback. One of our zoomies controlling the camera says that there's a breeding pair of lions there. It looks like they're mating. So I would assume from that comment that there's a male lion lying there somewhere, and the female that we saw is the female that we saw is the other half of the pair. And we'll see by the frequency that they're mating what part of the cycle they're in. So they'll mate anywhere from every 2 minutes or so at the height of estrus to sort of once every half an hour, 20 minutes. Then eventually it tapers off once an hour, and then the males carry on with their endless patrolling of their territories, and the female will rejoin her sisterhood. You'll notice that he tends to bite her. There he goes. Okay, so that was it. That was a male lion covering a female. I don't know if you heard the noises, but you noticed that he was biting on the back of the neck, and then at climax, it's painful. There's a barb on the end of the male, and it hurts the female, and she then gets quite aggressive and will quite often lash out. And the only way that he can avoid being clawed in the face is to have some sort of aggression himself, and so that's what we're witnessing, and straight back to sleep again. And this pan is cooking at the moment. Gosh, we've got, starting in the front, moving left clockwise around, we've got blue wildebeest, impala, zebra, buffalo, elephant. Wow. A lot of animals. Goodness me. All the wildebeest. This is amazing. It's this volume of animals around these waterholes that will eventually draw in the predators. And it would surprise me if we didn't, at some point in the next 6 weeks, see a lion pride setting up camp close by and picking off animals that need to come and drink. This will be one of the few waterholes in this area. And of course, everything that needs to drink will have to come to it. There's no rain puddles anymore or little seeps. Those are all starting to dry up. The collection of animals is just insane. Gosh, it's been such an exciting day. I just want to say thank you to everybody who makes this show possible. Thank you to the partners. Thank you to all everyone behind the scenes. Thank you to the show directors and the people who work the cameras. And thank you to all of you out there who watch the show. It means a lot. Such a great way to spend a Saturday morning. What a great way to end. Really nice. These elephants. There's a hierarchy amongst themselves, and there's a fresher water where these elephants are drinking. So that's why they're jealously protecting the fresher water. But anyway, all the best wherever you are. Stay safe, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow.